Well, hello everybody, and thank you for joining us for another exciting session. And today is the magic of manipulation. Okay, and I'm already starting to manipulate you here. My name is Ravital Chasson-Nachum. I'm running the 30-day group with a 30-day process according to Abraham-HIcks. You're all invited to join us. We're having lots of fun over there and shifting our life and make them just magical. And a little about myself, I'm an energy reader and a coach, and the way that I'm coaching is through energy reading, which is quite rare right now. Okay, there's the physical level, the mental level, and the energy level, which is the spirit level, and I'm working on the energy and spirit level, which makes things really, really, really fast, easy, and even joyful. Okay, so for the subject of today, when I was writing manipulation, I said to myself that many people are going to think that I'm here to solicitate to something which is negative. The truth is that it's just the opposite way. Today, I want us to have a fresh, new look on manipulation. Now, my question for you today is, when you think about manipulation, what is the first thing that you have in mind? And I'm running this question to you. Okay, I want you to just think about it for a second. When you think about manipulation, how does it feel to you? Look at it for a moment. Look at the energy of it. It's going to be really interesting today to see the results of it. Yeah, we're about to say control. Good. What else? It's supposed to be quick. Josette said the feeling of being used. And Carol think, yes, being controlled. And Lynette also trapped under the control. Okay, so I want us to think, why do you have this negative connotation to manipulation? What is it about it that makes you feel so negative about it? Lynette, I couldn't really get your answer. I couldn't really understood your answer. Mistake writing the script for us. Ability. Prefer a straight approach. Okay. Now I have a really, really interesting question, but I'm going to leave it to the end, and you have to remind me of it. Okay, so I want to share with you what I prepared for you for today. And for those of you who think that this is boring, you have to wait. Okay. So this is how I want to start my manipulation. You see, it sounds really silly. You know, everybody wants to have their abs. Okay, so if you take your fat belly and just push it against the fence, you're going to get as many abs as you want. Okay, and you don't really have to work that hard. Okay, you got them. Okay, so let's move forward. I know that I'm playing a little, and I do like it. Okay. Now my question is, can we manipulate into results? Okay. And what I would like us to do, I would like us to take a moment and think, okay, about when and how do we feel the need to use manipulation, and when do we feel manipulated by others? Okay, you don't have to go to such a deep look into this. Okay, just a short overview on the subject. Josette has the ongoing battle with her mother. She feels manipulated by her mother. Mothers, they have their manipulation with it. So actually, Josette is indicating the relationship in the family that could be highly manipulated. We can be extremely manipulated and manipulative in our relationships. Carol say, I suppose I can manipulate my kids with guilt, or so they sometimes say. So we have a daughter, we have a mother. Any more? Roberto say, I think manipulation is disrespectful. I try to avoid it. Okay, this is a judgment already. Okay, we are running into conclusions already. Okay, but what you say that manipulation makes you feel disrespectful, towards others or towards yourself. Okay, Lynette, can you come up with something? Okay, for our viewers on YouTube, okay, you are not forgotten. Okay, we are going to collect your comments, and I can see you here. Clarice Henke. Hello, Josette. Okay, I promise not to say that. We're going to move forward. Now, I would like to come to the place that we actually see how manipulation actually works for us. Okay? I was making some homeworks and I was looking into the definition of manipulation, and I saw like 3 definitions. The first one is to use or change number, information, etc. in a skillful way for a particular purpose. The second, to move or control something with your hands or by using a machine. And the third, to move muscles and bones with your hands as a form of treatment. Now, what we can see here, that we have quite a broad overview over the subject of manipulation. And if you think about it, okay, not all manipulations are in between relationships. A manipulation can be a way that we are trying to work something out. We are trying actually to fix something. So we actually move, okay, we are shifting. Manipulation, actually, it's an act of shifting. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to go back to my slides. Now, it's like I said, we can make it simple, okay, and it's a game. It's a game of vibration. And now let's move forward. And I'm going to take it to another level of discussion. I saw this quote in one of my searches today, and it looks like that. We want to manipulate to our favor, and not only that, we want to work with ethics. Okay, once we manipulate in the unwanted way, we wake up the law of cause and effect. How do we manipulate and still be ethical? How do you like that question? Okay. Now look at that. There are times in life where people don't give you what you want, but you don't have to settle for disappointment. When life gives you a lemon, manipulate the lemon to lemonade. That sounds really corny, right? Now, I want to go back to us. Now, if we think about the regular way of using manipulation, what we see that we're actually talking about our action on the physical world. And that's why it doesn't work that nice, and that's why we don't really like it. Now, if we go back to our original attention, which is the law of attraction, which is to work with vibration, to work with energy, that's why we understand that it doesn't work, because we actually try to manipulate in the physical world. And what is the physical world? The physical world is actually a result of an energy. So what we're trying to do is like me trying to fix my image on the computer. I cannot fix my image on the computer. The only way I can fix my image is to do like that, which is on my own head. I cannot fix my hair on the computer. Okay, that's why manipulation gains such a bad reputation, because we're trying to do it on the wrong place. And once we're trying to do it on the wrong place, we wake up the law of cause and effect. Now, if we think about it, what actually the law of cause and effect is, it's the law of mirrors. Okay, it means that once you emit a certain vibration and create a situation, that situation in return is going to reflect back to you. So if we decided to fix something on the computer instead of to fix it here, okay, so we're going to get ourselves in a lot of technical troubles. It's not going to work. Now, yesterday I came up with another idea, and I said to Lynette when we were talking together, I said, just imagine that you are a surfer. What can you do in order to manipulate your results? There's nothing that you can do. Are you going to change the sea? Are you going to change the wind? What can you do? The only thing you can do is you can practice yourself into results. And the best you can do is get yourself a nice swimming suit, and change your surfing board. That's the only thing you can do. And you can try and choose a different, more convenient location. What can you do? You're a surfer. You cannot manipulate the sea. You cannot manipulate the waves. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing when we're thinking about how do we actually change the results in our life, and how do we use manipulations, because manipulation can actually work for us. And if we think about it, okay, if we think about it, actually everything that we do in our vibration in order to get a result is a manipulation. So today, I wanted to give you an overview that actually is going to amuse you once you think about yourself doing something. If we got into the level that we're out of judgment and we're willing to be amused, because once you are still in judgment, once you're still angry, once you're not in the vortex yet, once you're vibrating on the lower vibrations, okay, this amusement is not going to work for you. You're going to think that this is some kind of a cheating. You're not going to be able to enjoy the game. And what I'm here to show you is that we can actually enjoy the game. We can actually enjoy something that we all the time thought that is kind of disrespectful, and twist it a little and look at it and actually understand that we have a magic wand. We have a magic wand, something that actually manipulates changes, in our and create results in our reality. Does that make sense to you? I'm looking for your comments. Carol said yes. Suzette said yes. You see, the thing is that if you understand the magic of manipulations, if you understand how you can actually use the magic wand of manipulation in the right way, you're not going to create the wrong waves around you and actually being bitten by a shark. You're going to have a very nice surf, okay, into the safe land, into the beach, into the shore, and actually being pretty happy. You made it. So the manipulation I'm talking about today are very much of that nature. And let us continue. Okay. Now, this is a quote that I got up. It says, there are times in life when people don't give you what you want, but you don't have to settle. I said this already. I forgot myself. Okay. And now we're talking about turning a lemon into lemonade. And this is what we mean to be creative. Once we're shifting and changing our perspective, we're actually shifting our vibration. How simple that can be. How simple that can be. If you think about it, every time you manipulate, okay, your perspective, okay, you manipulate here. That's what you do. Nothing more than that. You shift your perspective. You made a small manipulation here. At the moment you made this small manipulation, the vibration you emit out of yourself is being shifted. It's being changed. And that's how simple that it is. Now let's continue. You're going to be amazed by that. You're going to say, what? Look at that. You see? How funny is that? All 22 processes of the book, Ask and It Is Given, are processes of manipulation. Now, I was contemplating on it and was like reflecting to Abraham. I said, why don't you use those words? And they said there are a lot of judgment in those words. It's going to take us forever and more just to explain something like that. So we avoid it. We don't talk about it this way. We find all words to go around it. There's so much judgment got on top of that word that we actually sucked everything good out of it. And if we think about the original oh, it's not here. If we think about the original translation for manipulation, okay, there's only one of them that actually talk about the relationship between, hardly talk about the relationship between people. It talks about changing something in the body. It means healing something. It talks about creating something using a machine. So when we are talking about manipulate, when you go into the essence of that word, we actually convert. What is manipulation? It's an act of conversion. It's act that we are convert. We are reforming. We are reframing. We are actually creating something else out of whatever we already have. And if you think about it, what Abraham are asking us all the time, they're asking us to make a small manipulation all the time. And how they ask us to do the manipulation. They all the time say that every subject is two subjects, the wanted and the unwanted. So if we're playing a small manipulative game between the wanted and unwanted, at the moment we are able to do this little manipulation, we got on top of the game. Because what we learn to do that. And I have a bug over there. I want to align with you. Mystic say something, but I think it's between you. Yeah. Lynette say there's always a reason for manipulation, and it depends on the intention or need behind it and as to how it manifests. Of course. But what we're talking here, we're talking about being creative with our manipulation in the way that we're going to go into the pure essence. Because once we're going into the pure essence, okay, no one is going to feel manipulated. Because what everybody is so crazy about, people are crazy about synchronicities. And what is synchronicities if not a vibration well manipulated? Once you were able, okay, to shift your vibration, actually to manipulate yourself into the vibration which is wanted for you, at that moment you created synchronicities. At the moment you created synchronicities, nobody feels manipulated because things are just happening by themselves. You don't have to ask, you don't have to twist arms, you don't have to force, you don't have to do anything. Things are just going to come to you. Why? Because you set up the vibration of it, you did that. So you don't have to break the computer, the hair is fixed. That is it. Today I have a very well done hair. Believe it or not, it's that simple. It's not up in the sky, it's not in the bottom of the earth, it's not in hollow earth, and it's not on the, on those alien ships, and we don't have to channel ourselves to whatever. Okay, it's that simple. If we give ourselves permission to do the small manipulations that we need in order to bring our results, we're just going to have a magic wand. Any questions? Thank you. Any comments, questions? Do you want to say how surprised you are with this new, fresh look on manipulation? Okay, let's check our viewers here. Yeah. Leslie say, yes, this is brilliant. That's brilliant and logical. You see, I can read. Let's see if I can get more of it. Oh. Yeah, Carl is jumping with Bashar and the mirror analogy. Yes, he has even a periscope analogy. He's very brilliant. He loves to use science on his way to experience or to explain things to us. He's very scientific in his way of communicating. He loves to analyze it to technical things that we have or devices or machines that we have. I really like him. Actually, when I was talking about the law of cause and effect, the law of cause and effect actually work as a mirror. It like reflect back to you the same kind of energy that you have put outside and manifested. So once you manifest something on a certain vibration or on a certain frequency, and so the law of cause and event is going to bring the same vibration back into your life in the in the path of least resistance. Same thing. We are very merciful, Alberto, about you being pushed out. Any questions? Or I'm brilliantly clear? Okay, the question is, how do we do it? And Carol said, how do you change? Okay, I don't understand those questions. What do you mean, how do you change? Change what? And Josette, what do you mean, how do we do this? I just said that the 22 processes on the book, I have it here. You see, this book, Ask and It is Giving. Okay, there are 22 processes here. Each one of those processes, each one of them is a manipulation. Very, very simple. Each one of those processes is a manipulation. When I ask you to print money, isn't that a manipulation? It's manipulation that we manipulate from within, okay, to become a surfer. This is the kind of training that we do in order to become a surfer. If you think about any form of art that you're going to manifest, any form of art is actually manipulation. What do we do? Okay, first of all, we manipulate matter. We create different forms. We convert. What I'm telling you is that you can do the same art, okay, the same manipulation in the most creative way into your own life. When people say, okay, I'm going to use crystals, this is manipulation in a way, because what we do, we manipulate vibration. The crystal has a higher vibration than the thing that we, than we have, okay? So what we do, okay, we put that crystal over there to shift the vibration in a way that is going to rise it all up, that is going to suck everything up, which is going to magnet things up, that is going to uplift the vibration, overall vibration around it. Okay, it's like you bring a very charismatic person into the room. That's why people go and listen to motivational speakers. What's a motivational speaker if not a crystal? Same thing. A motivational person, a speaker, is going to work like a crystal. He's going to come into the room and talk in front of all those people, and he's going, and that person or this woman, okay, no matter who, okay, they are going to vibrate, okay, they're crystalline or magnetic energy, and everybody is going to be uplifted, at least for the same time or the same moment that person is broadcasting or projecting his or her vibration. So actually, we are using those small manipulations all the time in order to shift and convert our results. Yes, Mystic is calling this mental alchemy, and this is exactly it. This is exactly it. Every time that we're talking about alchemy, alchemy is not something that you go from outside. This is something that comes from inside. Yeah. Okay. Carol say, I guess I'm taking score looking in the mirror too soon. Yes, sometimes. Listen, it's like anything else. If you think about people worshiping those football games or other games, all games have their own little rules and nuances and all those techniques and practices and mastery. So every kind of art, okay, can go into the level of mastery. So if you really want to master your art, you have to practice it. And as more as you practice it, as more as you get into the fine-tuned details, as more as you can get into the fine-tuned details, it means that you have become more and more aligned. As more as you become more aligned, you can get into more and more fine details. And that's one of the reasons they say that God is in the details, because you have to be in the vortex in order to go into details. And as more as you are in the details, as more into details you're going to, more in the vortex, as more as you're going to go into details. Right now, I am representing the core of it. I'm presenting the principle behind it. If we want to practice it more and more and more, we can we could be here forever and more, because it's a day to day. Why ever have so gazillions of YouTube videos? Why? They're saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over and again. But every person who shows up to the hot seat feels that they are unique with their application, which is in a way true, but the answer is not changing. Okay, let me check YouTube and see if we have anything over there. YouTube understands everything. Oh, yeah, sometimes it takes YouTube a little to show up. Yeah. Any questions? I'm going to do something for you because you have been so nice. Okay, I'm going to look into one aspect of your life that you are practicing manipulation. And I'm going to look at this, and you're going to do your homework about it. Is that a deal? Say yes, because without yes, I'm doing nothing. Carol, jump yes. Last time she was hesitating. Lynette said yes. And Josette is already scared about homework. Homework is the kind of insight of and understanding, is how you put the threads together in your mind. And here, actually, I give you a sample how quickly it is once you work with a coach that actually can read energy. An energy reading coach can can work really, really, really fast, because we're not going too much around it. We're not talking. We get it immediately. It's so easy. And Lynette is really happy about her homework. She's already much prettier than she was yesterday. She was sharing on Facebook. That's how I know. Okay. 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 If we have some people on YouTube, we may like to include them. They're really slow today. Okay. Carol. Carol, the manipulation for you is something which is kind of a challenge. And what is the challenge about manipulation for you? Manipulation for you is something that is very difficult for you to wrap your mind about it in a positive way. For you, manipulation is something like, it's very hard for you to see how you can divide yourself from the physical reality. So for you, everything that we have just discussed here is like some kind like over your head in a way, because in a way you understand it, and in the other way you say to yourself, I don't know, I'm not sure that I can really do anything about it. Because for you, the idea of manipulating something in the non-physical and then wait for the result to show on the physical, this is something that sounds like kind of real Harry Potter. Carol, say yes. So for you, Carol, you have to do the very simple exercise as a homework. You have to stand in front of the mirror and put makeup and organize your hair, okay? And then what you're going to do, you're trying to put your makeup on the mirror, okay? Try to fix your hair in the mirror and try to fix your hair. Try to put makeup to your own self in the mirror. I'm not joking. Try to make it as an exercise. It sounds ridiculous when you think about it. It sounds ridiculous as you think about it. But what I want you to do, I don't have it here. I want you to have those little mirrors, really small mirrors, okay? Those really small ones, and put it very close to your face. Okay, put it very close to your face, and then try to put the makeup in front of the mirror and play with that. This is going to give you some kind of idea, and by practicing this and do it as many times as you can and actually make it fun, okay? By making this as many times as possible, one day it's going to drop the coin in your space. Because what I see is that you have this kind Carol said, I see this could have value. Wow. And the thing is that you show me that you actually ask me, but look at this. If I throw a stone in the water, I can immediately see the ripples of it. So how does it come into my life? The thing is that you have to put the intention first, and once you throw a stone into the water, okay, you create an intention because you knew what you're going to do. Whatever happened, the ripples, it's something that you have no control. You just know that you can expect it. Okay, it's the same thing when you put the makeup on your own face. I had a bug. When you put the makeup on your own face, you can see the manipulation that you do on your own face. Let's say if you decided to try purple, you're going to see the effect of the purple on your face. Why? Because your face is responding to the color that you made. Same thing like the water responding to the stone you throw into them in the most natural way. Carol said, "You're an excellent reader. Thank you." Actually, it's a kind of a challenge subject for you. Everything which is a little abstract when it comes to the way of manifesting in life is a little of a challenge for you, and therefore I really advise you also to buy that book. Asking It is Giving. It's going to make some more sense to you. Okay, so thank you. Okay, Gisette, you're the second one. I'm taking you from one end to another. Okay, when I'm looking at manipulation with your life, this is something that you extremely have a very negative opinion against. Okay, everything that has to do with manipulation sounds like kind of a sinister thing to do. Okay, you're trying to keep yourself away from manipulations, and you try to keep others from manipulating you. And every time you feel that there's some kind of a manipulation, going around you, you actually you can shoot them down to death immediately. That can actually pull the trigger from you. Okay, now what I see is that the idea of using manipulation in a creative way is a very strong emotional relief for you, because you actually understand that it's just a misused kind of tool. And once you're Lynette is writing me control over me, yes. You see, once you're, and now that you understood that that manipulation actually is a manifesting tool if we use it in the right way, in the creative way, if we actually convert energy in the right place. Okay, it's like putting gas instead of putting gas, you know, in the gas tank, we're trying to put the gas in the water tank. Okay, that's why we are killing the car. So if we take manipulation, instead of putting it in the gas, we're putting it in the water tank. Okay, we actually killed the system. Okay, so for you, understanding that somebody took the gas and put it in the wrong place, okay, it's a very strong emotional relief, because you understand now how you can fix it. Now you actually gain yourself a tool that you all the time try to avoid. Now you're saying to yourself, interesting. I didn't know I can use it. Lynette, just that segment of intent, and what that means I don't understand. I can read mind and I can read energy, but sometimes I have to have some some explanations to it. Yeah, sometimes you have to have time to process things. It's not. It doesn't say that you are going to become a manipulative person in the ordinary way. It means that you're going to become a very creative person when it comes to manipulating your vibration, to manipulate your energy in the way that is going to benefit you in the real world, in the physical world. It means that actually you got a permission slip to use something that you had a very strong opinion against. And this is the value of it. Okay? Easy. Okay. Okay. So thank you. Okay, let me see that. Now, Lynette, let's see where manipulation was working on your space. When I'm looking at manipulation at your space, it was a very hard vibration coming from within the family, the core family itself. Josette is looking for homework. I'm going to give you homework. Okay, Lynette, when I'm looking at your, manipulation was a very core vibration in the family. Okay, something that actually was holding everybody away from each other. Actually, a vibration that created a lot of so to say, stagnation, a lot of static, a lot of frozen situation that actually being stuck, not being able to move either this way or the other. And for you as well, the realization that actually those highly creative tools have been misused is creating a lot of relief in one hand, and this relief is relief that comes from a relief of a lot of pain, of the understanding of it, because there is something that you are processing a lot of time, and which is like, I wish, if we could only change one thing, the entire picture would have been different. But this is art. If we change only one detail, it's not the same thing anymore. So this is about everything. If we change one thing in the entire scheme of things, it's not the same thing anymore. So for you, the idea that manipulation can actually be a very highly creative tool is something that that you have to process for a little while in order to see the results of it. I know that you process really quickly, so it's not going to take you too long. And as for homework, I think you should try different colors in front of the mirror. When you put makeup, try to put different makeup, and try to put different outfits and take different selfies. You know, take the camera, and every time that you take the camera, you know, just dress yourself differently. And every time you can see that actually you were able to manipulate a result by just playing. And this is the high vibration of it. It's just that don't want us to avoid black. So that Lynette said it sounds like fun. Yes, it is fun. You just have to give yourself the permission and the space for that. Let's check YouTube. Leslie say, yeah, yes, that's me. I feel stuck. She probably talked about you, Carol. That she feels a little stuck. Yeah. Okay. So I would like to close here and share my last slide with you. And you see, I learned how to print. I learned how to print on triangles, on diagonals now, and now I give you a huge thank you. And as usual, you can join us on our Facebook group, How to Change Your Life in 30 Days. You know, 2 is the letter 2, and 30 is the number 30. And you can find us there. And we're here twice a week on Tuesday and Thursday, and we're having fun in front of the screen and behind the screen. And thank you for being here with us. Namaste. Bye. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Ravita, Josette. Thank you for our viewers on YouTube. I highly appreciate your presence over there. And I see you in the group, and I see your comments, and I see you in the community. And thank you for the good work.